So the Virtual Console is going to get a little more beefier. Apparently Nintendo wants to go and bring Nintendo DS games onto the Wii U, so then we can go and do that. And that's an idea that I've been wondering why they haven't done to begin with. But then they also called into question, how the hell would it work? Because there's a lot of games where the screens kind of have to be lined up so you can see the entire thing. Though I just figured if you're going to have it on the game screen, just turn it sideways and there you go. You have the entire Nintendo DS thing. You just don't have the shit right in the middle that's going and, you know, cutting it in half. Bam! There you are. But then I started thinking about, you know, what other things could they end up doing? Because there's a lot of times that the lower screen is just like a menu or a map or some shit like that. And I started thinking about, well, are you going to up the resolution on these games so that they look really nice? Because this is going to be on an HD console. So I would think that they should do something like that to make them look all pretty and stuff like that. And I can definitely say, please go and have an entire proper Phoenix Wright collection put together. I know that there's an HD collection, but there's a lot more Phoenix Wright games now. So maybe collect those all together, go and do that. That would be fucking sweet. The Castlevania games, that would be really nice. I wonder if they're actually going to port the Pokemon games, and if they would do that, how would that work in conjunction with the DS games and 3DS games and stuff like that? I have no clue. That's assuming that they would do something like that. Now, they did show off that they were going to do that with the Brain Age games. I think that was one of the ones that they had shown off as, like, just a slight example. And it was all the stuff that, you know, you go and you write the answers on the game screen and stuff like that, which makes a ton of sense. But I'm assuming that they had, like, the questions up on there. But it's not like those screens needed to be connected. You know, if you played something like Contra, for example, on the DS, you know, the screen, you needed the entire screen. Or if you played Little Red Riding Hood Zombie Barbecue, again, you needed the entire screen for something like that. But, you know, just have it all on the actual gamepad and boom, there you go. But then you wouldn't have to utilize the TV whatsoever. So it makes me wonder what the fuck would be showing up on the TV, if anything. Huh. But then, maybe wonder, would they be running an emulator? And when I say an emulator, I mean just look at PC emulators for Nintendo DS and 3DS games, where they have the two screens pretty much sitting on top of one another, but they just have it on something like that. And if so, how would the touch mechanics go and work on some shit like that? So it just calls into question a whole lot of things. They didn't confirm it, like release dates, or they didn't confirm any list of titles, they didn't confirm pricing or anything like that. They just confirmed the fact that they plan on doing this, but it just calls into question a whole lot of, you know, how would you go about this, and what's it going to be like, and what title, and just, yeah, again, tons of questions, but the idea of it does actually have me interested, though, to be honest. I would actually like to see, like, you know, ramped up versions of Game Boy Advance games too. Just toss those on there. That'd make me really fucking happy. I would love that idea to death. I mean, I thought it was really fucking cool whenever I had a Game Boy player and I was plugging them into the GameCube, and I was like, oh yeah, this is really awesome. Metroid Fusion, fuck yeah, that's really awesome. Aria Sorrow, of course. But yeah, it's just shit like that. As a matter of fact, Nintendo, you should jump on that. That's a really good idea. Do that. Because Virtual Console's the shit. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Also, make the games cheap. Keep them cheap. Everything should always be cheap. Like, digital games should always be cheap, especially if they're old. I'm just saying, if you want this shit to succeed, don't bring them out and be like, yeah, they're $20 a pop, because motherfuckers are just gonna do this. And walk away. They're not gonna be dealing with any shit like that. They'll be like, yeah, I could just go and get my regular DS games, and then there's also going to be a large amount of people that will just go and say, I still have all my DS games, because, I mean, the 3DS is out and they're backwards compatible, so there you go. Huh. I wonder how this, if they would ever do any kind of connectivity with pre-existing DS games with the ones on the Nintendo Wii U, if that would ever work out. Idea just came to mind. Huh. I highly doubt it, but it would be kind of cool if they did something like that. And will this offer any additional features over the regular DS versions that we wouldn't normally see? So that'd be kind of neat. I mean, some of the Virtual Console games already have additional features and stuff like that, so I just wonder if this would boast them. I don't know, I would really like them to do that. Go the extra mile and shit like that. Granted, it would take a little bit longer to go and produce all those individual games, but if they can find a fast way to go and churn them out like that, then fuck yeah, I like that idea a lot. A conveyor belt of awesomeness just coming out in tons of games, and people are just like, I don't have enough hours in the fucking day because I have work and school and family. Fuck me. And then they die of a heart attack, fucking cardiac arrest and shit like that. But there's tons of DS games out there that would be really fucking cool. I would also think that Tokyo Beatdown should be on there. Seriously, I love that game so much. Just somebody play that game. It'd be cool, but it's all around just an idea I think is very, very cool. Just make sure you got your shit together and don't put out like one title a week or every other week or something like that. Make sure that you have a nice selection coming out all the time, and considering that there's still pretty recent games on there, I would think that a lot of the third-party publishers and developers and stuff like that would jump on this idea to have their titles re-released and stuff like that. Just make that happen. That would be very fucking awesome, seriously. So, do you like that idea? Do you think that it's extremely awesome, or are you just like, I don't have a Wii U and I could give a fuck less because I never played DS? Or are you just confused about the idea of this working? But I did give tons of examples, so I think all that stuff could really work. Except for a lot of people just keep on thinking about, am I gonna have to take my screen and just like line it up with my TV and go like this? Like, there, wait, there. Alright. Let's keep doing this. Alright, this fucking sucks. I'm starting to feel like I'm playing the Virtual Boy again because I got a headache. But yeah, I don't think they'll do anything like that because that would just be re-fucking-tarded. So yes, fucking should be in the middle of it because it'd be re-fucking-tarded. But anyhow, now, opinions, thoughts, feelings, all the other shit in the comment box down below. This is AlphaOmegaSin, as always, nerds, nerdettes, and gamers. Game the fuck on! I'm in a good mood, fuck you.